Today we are visiting Hawaii.
What do you think, Lisa? I like the game. Everything can get sorted very well, but there certainly is a lot of setup going on in terms of just setting up the modular board every time, having to go in, make sure all the tiles are lined up, and doing the tokens.
Absolutely. The nice part of this game, though, even though there are multiple pieces, you don't need to constantly reference a manual to figure out where they're going. They have printed all the icons on the board. So if you are a strict gamer and you put all your tokens away properly, the setup goes much smoother. If you're a person using some kind of sorting system, it is fiddly, but it can be done quickly. As well, everything lays out nicely. Once you get that modular board in, everything else can go on quite smooth. They do give you a bag to do your individual tokens each round. It is quite a nuisance to pick them all up for anything that's not sold that round. But again, it's very quick to do. And if you have 4 players, assign each person a task in between rounds, and it will go quite smooth.
So what would you say, like, time-wise? Would you say, probably, I'd say it's about 10 minutes to get it out of the box to the table, and then 5 minutes around?
Yeah, I'd say 3 to 5 minutes around. It does go quickly. It is just one of those things that you do have to do every round.
This game is much maligned in some circles as being an Excel spreadsheet mathematical game that is themeless. I think we both disagree with that. The game comes with like some nice components that aren't just custom like wooden cubes. Not in the Mediterranean. The theming, the coloring, everything's somewhat on point. You kind of have to give it a little artistic license, but you definitely feel like you're playing something other than just pushing numbers in cubes.
Absolutely. And it even has things that are strictly Hawaiian, not just any island in the world. You have kahunas, which are the wise men. You have sofas. You have the Hawaiian canoes. So things like that. You have the tiki masks. So it really draws on the Hawaiian culture, not just a generic game with Hawaii stuck on as a label. For this game, you can absolutely come in with a specific strategy in mind, like resource or engine building, but depending on what the board gives you, will determine the tactics you have to use moving forward. How do you normally play a game?
I think with this game, it really is depending on what comes out from the modular board and the price token. So my game is dictated. I can't say specifically I'm going to go after fishing and boats and touring the islands because it might be too far away from where I am at the time based on what my foot income is, which is movement. It might also be too expensive. There are these price tokens that go from 2 to 6 in the base game, and I think the expansion will add it up to 7. Anyways, they go from 2 to 6. So depending on how much income or how many of these shells, which we use as currency in the game, I have, it may or may not be feasible for me to even purchase one of these. So Lisa, what do you think? What's our overall score on this, and is this going to remain in our collection for the short, medium, or long term?
Well, this game, not only is it a Hawaiian theme, which is near and dear to me, I would say that the overall gameplay at 2 players, it will be kept in our collection. It does go the distance for our collection.